Good afternoon. This is me doing the first workout from the Zwift Academy 2019 series. I thought I'd just show you the difference between a normal ride, a social ride that we usually do, and a structured workout. So I've got the workout screen up, and if I click on workout, it will give me my selected route. ERG mode is on. We'll talk about ERG mode shortly. So I have my workout. Number one, threshold development. The route I'm on is Dust in the Wind, just because I haven't ridden all of that yet. We'll have a go. So everything's paired up, and I'll click ride, and it'll give me a little warm up. Presumably, it's been a while since I've done a workout. I created a few of my own custom workouts, just learning how to use the system, and then I did the Academy 2018. Some great workouts in there, really push you quite hard. This is the highest FTP that I've had, functional threshold power. So here we go. Welcome to the first workout of the 2019 Academy. So I just push 160 watts. I just need to keep that fairly constant. Now ERG mode should limit the resistance on the trainer as my speed increases. So the best thing to do is find a nice comfortable gear to spin at 160, so that your cadence just comes up a bit. So you can see there, 70 odd RPM gives you a good comfortable setting. You can see the graph at the bottom. That should just hold now. As we get into the warm-up, the power will increase steadily, ending at zone 3. So you can see as I increase my gear, my cadence reduces, but the power stays the same. That's the trainer's ERG mode kicking in. So 58 seconds left. I might be able to put up the companion app to control the trainer as well. You've got the ability to plus or minus 5% of the difficulty. If you're really struggling, you can just drop the difficulty like minus 5% potentially. So there's where I am in the workout, and bias plus or minus, so I can actually move that around. ERG is on, and pause. I missed that. Somebody gave me a ride on. Thanks very much, mate. Thanks a lot. pH. 10 seconds of power's going up to zone 2. Keep your cadence comfortable. Here's the barrier. This is zone 2. And then up to 190. So 70 to 80 RPM is comfortable. I don't want to push more RPM, but if I did, the resistance on the trainer would decrease to maintain the 190. Useful feature. I think you get a more accurate workout that way. Obviously for people who can't push big gears like me, this is a much better option because it feels like I'm always in a lower gear than perhaps I am, just because once I reach the maximum power output, the trainer's resistance drops. So it's like going downhill, effectively. There is a thing called the ERG of doom, and that's where you're not putting out quite enough power, so the trainer increases the difficulty to make your power output match what it should be, and then it gets even more difficult to turn the pedals quickly, and then it goes even slower, and you get to the point where you just can't turn your pedals. Loose and comfortable. I'm not quite loose and comfortable yet. Actually, when I'm on the bike, I'm pretty much always loose and comfortable. This is fine. So another minute, still warming up. We'll have a look. It's that big red thing towards the end we need to worry about. I know I've looked at the workout and there's 10 minutes of quite high intensity effort towards the end. So it's all looking good so far. You can see on the mini map, there's my 33 seconds. Not breathing too heavily? No, I'll let you know when I'm breathing too heavily. You'll be able to tell. I'll probably just stop talking. Some nice scenery on this new route. This is a dust in the wind course, which is one I'm hoping to lead on soon. Dropping the cadence to 75. Again, it's to do with how much pressure is on the pedals. So if I just maintain 75, you can see there it says spin faster. There we go. Increasing the torque will put more strain on the muscles, but should not lessen the smile. Okay. There we go. Keep me on it, you can obviously tell. And for those of us that like those sorts of things, there's stars for each section that you go through. Now it's not necessary to get all of the stars to pass the workout. That's just like a little incentive to keep trying even when things are getting harder. So you can see it fluctuates slightly, 76, 77, 76. I think if I go over 80 it tells me I'm going too fast. If I drop below 70, same thing, it tells me I'm spinning too slow. It takes a moment to get into the right rhythm. And another minute. They seem quite easy, don't they, these workout things? So when you're doing a workout, you'll show to other people with a blue screen just in front of the bike. You can see what guys that just went past the opposite way there had the screen on. The first one of those two had the screen. So that just shows you in the middle of a workout. People kind of know, I guess, not to invite you to ride with them, because I have to maintain what the workout says, which might be a little bit slower than their riding. I'll also maybe put in a sprint effort for no apparent reason when we're riding along quite nicely. Power's going up a bit, cadence is back to something more comfortable. That's handy. So yeah, my normal cadence isn't particularly high, above 75, but it's enough that you actually have to work at riding at 70. I can still change my camera angle if it makes it a bit more interesting. There's my workout screen in front of me, but I think if I'm concentrating on my workout, I'm just going to stick with the view that I've got there. Hope it's not too boring. You can see where I'm going with the workout. The colours on the graph at the bottom correlate to the colours of the bars on the highlighted portion of the screen up on the top left. So we have another minute and a half, just ticking over nicely. I can feel myself warming up quite a lot though, so this is going to get tougher later on. I rode about 150 miles this week, maybe nearly 200. I'll have to have a look back. But I also did an hour in the lake this morning, so I'm at the top limit of what I could really be doing regularly on top of working every day, obviously full time. The other thing I think the workout doesn't do, doesn't take any notice of the incline. So this is a bit of a recovery spin. So just get it balanced out. And again, I think that's as much the trainer as me, as the trainer's trying to balance my output with what it's trying to sustain. All motivational stuff. 3 different intervals, different goals for each interval. Number 1 is cadence focused, 2 is an FTP pull-in, number 3 is FTP push-in interval. They're new to me, we'll find out. So you can see here I can step up the gears quite easily, because to maintain 150 watts needs very little resistance on the trainer. Have a look. It looks like my workout's gone white now. Be interesting to see if that goes green when I'm into a green section, or red. You can see there it gives me my power output. It's a cute graphic, doesn't really change the playability of what we're doing. So alternating cadence interval coming up. 20 seconds high, 50 seconds normal. Okay. High cadence is actually easier than slow cadence, I feel. But we'll see. There you go. If you're not using ERG, drop a gear or two during the high cadence portion. That means you spin quicker but you keep your power down. Thanks, Paul. Hope you're feeling better, mate. Paul came off his bike a little while ago. Ran into a sheep, of all things. Suicidal sheep crossed the road in front of him when he was doing about 60 kilometres an hour. Took him and the bike out. I think broke his collarbone. A few cuts and bruises. I think the bike was pretty much okay. We always worry about how's the bike. Whenever anyone falls off, the first question is not how are you, how's the bike? Cheers, Hammy. Few deep breaths here, you just can't help it. When it pops up on the screen, you just find yourself doing it. It's really good. Steady power output, variable cadence. So we want 240 watts. The 240 watts is based on my FTP. So we're going to go up to 110 RPM. So that's 110, 112, 110, 111. So around 0 RPM, not sure, I'm assuming 70. $80, 90, 90. There we go. That said 0 on the screen, which is unfortunate. But we can do 90. So I might get half a star for that one because it took me a while to get organised. And then back up to 110. So again, I come out of gear. There we go. So that's 3 of 5 completed. Another 30 seconds. That should be 4 of 5 sections completed. So one last fast effort, back up to 110. You can see there, it does get easier, the transitions, as you get used to it. But this will be too fast for me to sustain for very long, for sure. Cheers, hands. And then 90 all of a sudden does feel nice and smooth. Thank you, yes please. There's some in the fridge, I believe. Okay, sorry. Coconut water if you want. That would do. That's in the fridge for sure. Yes, put it up here and I'll put it in my bottle, don't worry.
Oh, I'll put it in the bottle, don't you?
The bottle's easier. Thank you. So another minute and a half. Cheers, Raino. Another minute and a half, and we'll go on to the next interval. Thank you very much. So FTP pulling. So my FTP currently 269. So looking at it, there's over-unders there at, I can't quite read it, 260, I will see. So you can see there as my cadence slows, the pressure increases. So I need to let that pop back up to 90. And that keeps the resistance down somewhere a little bit more comfortable. Have this a bit nearer my head. Definitely won't forget my bandana next time. Perfect. Thank you very much. So 280. It's fairly comfortable for 1 minute. Thanks, Steve. All the riders are encouraging. These people are watching what I'm doing. There's Stu. Thanks, Stu. Yeah, I'm starting to lose it now. The gear needs to be a bit bigger. The EOQ mode's having a little bit of trouble settling in because my cadence is a little bit low. That's beginning to burn now. 10 seconds to go. That's better.
How much longer?
17 minutes. Okay. You unplug the fan if you like. Unplug the kettle in. So, Dust in the Wind as a circuit incorporates the new Titans Grove, comes back through town and then takes in the Jungle circuit in reverse, I believe. So, steady state into at 90% FTP, comfortable cadence, 10 minutes at 90%. Should be doable. The FTP test is 90% of your 20-minute effort, I think, or 95%. So So the recovery periods are actually quite nice. I need to get into the bigger gear so that I can turn the 190 with less resistance. Sorry, the 90%. It's about 245, I think. So we'll see how 245 feels for 10 minutes. I think it should be doable. I'll keep my eye on my heart rate, see if it goes up above 160. What's the matter? He can just about get in there, I think. quarter of the way through. This bar should extend pretty much all the way to the left hand side of the screen by the time I'm finished. That's a long time. But 240 should be doable. I think it's the fact you don't get a break. You do 240 quite easily. So that's when you can drop off, roll down a hill, have it a little bit easier. You can see that 3 minutes in, my heart rate's over 160. 168 is what I consider to be my max. And that's halfway. So I'd say my heart rate stabilised at 163 and the power output is consistent around about 85, 88 cadence. If I mess about with the gears, the cadence would obviously change, but this is a comfortable push against my legs. I can feel the resistance, so I'm not spinning out, like as if I was in a lower gear, but I'm not forcing my legs like we do up the climbs sometimes when you're in too high a gear. And just like that, with a little bit of chat from me, there's another minute gone. So you can see that if you were doing these group workouts rather than solo like I am now, you get to chat to the guys around you, feel that they're all pushing and hurting, and it just motivates you to keep going. Me, I've got a little countdown there, 3 minutes 42, tells me I've got to keep going. and then 2 more minutes. I might zone out for the next 2 more minutes, just concentrating on turning the pedals. It's a tough job. Oops, not sure what happened there. Paused the workout by mistake. So it just goes to show what power I'm actually putting out if the resistance was as it should be. Put that down there. So you can see when your cadence drops, to make up for that surge, I can't get it back up to 90. And that's what happens sometimes when you drop off the back in a race. You just can't increase your cadence back up to what it was to keep with the group. There's probably a medical reason for that, but I don't know what it is. It's called fatigue, probably. So 3.5 minutes remaining. So one thing's for sure, we do like EIG mode. It certainly helps you to keep the pace of the workout without shooting up and down over the top. My graphs from the first academy, when I still had a dumb trainer, an elite mag speed, my graphs were very much on the up and down scale. I saw some graphics and I said to people, how do you keep your numbers so smooth? And it probably took me about 6 weeks to find out it was ERG mode. So so you can see again, I've just stepped up the gear, the resistance has dropped, as has my cadence. So 2 more minutes. It's worth doing the full cool downs. They're built into a workout for a reason. If you just get off the bike after a hard effort, you can certainly seize up, get build up of lactic acid, I guess. And a minute and a half to go. Last minute. So that should get me a quarter of the academy done. I'll probably unlock a pair of socks. Most exciting. And there it is. Workout complete. Again, if I get rid of the heart rate, you can see what it peaked just before my. This here was a little bit of an aberration. That was where the so it says 0 of 0 stars there. I'm assuming that's 0 of 0 dropped, but I got every star on the sheet according to the menu at the side. So right, we'll leave that there, roll to a stop, and then we'll log out. Thanks for watching. We will see you all again next time. Thanks very much. Thanks guys, see you later.